Hello and welcome. My name is Brian on behalf of Team D here at DeVry University. Today I will be doing the live demo of our senior design project, showing you the CropNostic M1 Plant Diagnostics Center. So here we have the unit. It's actually in my garden bed as we speak. The system is a mobile portable unit. It has a solar panel on top, battery backup inside, fully can run pretty much indefinitely for long periods of time without recharging. Has an anemometer on top here. Has a ambient air sensor right here. On this side over here we have a rain gauge. It's actually custom made, 3D printed. It's got a reed switch there, funnel in top, and actually teeter-totter inside that actually tips as the rain comes in through the top with the little hole, and then it empties out the bottom side. And then in the ground here we have a soil sensor that measures humidity and soil temperature. The case is fully IP67 rated. Can actually be dunked, submersed under water, and still be waterproof. The unit is very environmentally friendly, so it can be outside for long periods of time without ever getting any water inside. Here on top we have a UV sensor, and then on the side down there we have our antenna for the cellular GSM, which is transmitting the data wirelessly to anywhere in the world. Inside the case here, kind of bare right now because we have a lot of stuff obviously outside the case right now and being utilized, but when not in use, you can pack it up as in the CropNostic commercial and stow it away inside of here. Behind here we have the connections for the solar panel and the UV sensor, nice and sealed up. And then here we have all of our hardware and electronics. We have a buck regulator here, can take voltages anywhere from 18 to 6 volts and pretty much output whatever you want. On board, it's programmable. We have a solar charge controller, which is currently charging the battery. And then we have all of our microcontrollers and boards that we've developed here to control the system. So our Arduino in the back with onboard programming port. In the middle here is the cellular GSM. And then here is our interface board with our fuses, switches, and miscellaneous components to drive the system. Behind here we have our connections to the outside using a bulkhead connector to connect to the sensors on the outside of the case, which is connected right there. Nice thing about this system is the tower unit you see here that I'm showing is can be broken down and taken apart and then placed inside the case for easy transport when not in use, as shown in the CropNostic commercial. So all in all, that is the unit in a nutshell. Now I will go on to show you how the dashboard works and give you an overview of the internet side of things to make the system work. Good evening. Now I'm going to show you how the internet side of things works and the CropNostics dashboard. So here we have CropNostics.com. This is the main login screen for the system. This is where the end user would go to log into their dashboard to view information and see different things. So username, password, if you'd like to follow along in this evening's presentation, you're welcome to do so. Username is John Doe, password is John Doe. You would then log in. Down below here we also have our CropNostics commercial video here if anyone would like to click this and view that. But now I'll go ahead and log in. So here's the main screen. It may look slightly different when you look at it, but here's the main screen that the user would go to when they log in. Here's your profile information, the name, the organization name, email address, and password. Then here's all the units that the customer has available to them in different locations all across the world. The one that we're going to be showing you tonight for the prototype unit is number 5, called the CropNostics unit. So what you do to open the site is you click open. Then it brings you up to this page. This page has a lot of information. In the upper left, you have the site ID, the name of the unit, and the location. In the middle here, you have an actual GPS map of that location. This is input via GPS coordinates. And then down here you have the gauges for the different sensors. Then down here you have a data visualization, which shows the most recent data over the last 20 minutes or so. Every time you would click the refresh button, these gauges would update, and the data visualization here would update as well. It's not until you click this cool feature called Live Feed that the data actually starts streaming in live. So I will do that now. Once the data is streaming in live, you can view the information in real time. You'll be able to see the gauges change. You'll be able to see the values change below the gauge. And if you click refresh, you would also see these changing as well, corresponding to the current data. Up above here we have a cool feature. We have a battery voltage indicator and a signal strength indicator. These are also updating in real time with the unit as it's transmitting all this other data. It's also receiving these values as well. We have one for the battery voltage of the cellular module, and additionally the signal strength of the unit as well. This battery monitor is good for determining the overall health of the unit and whether or not it's charging and whether or not it's in good operable condition. And then the signal strength would be good for if a customer is out in the field, they're not sure if they have good signal strength, they could turn the CropNostics unit on, start streaming data, and then pull up this app on their phone or computer or tablet or whatever device they're on, and they'd be able to see the signal strength. If the unit is not sending data or receiving data to the dashboard, there's a red box that pulls up here around right here, and it shows data not streaming. There is potentially an issue with your unit, loss of connection. That will pop up after 5 minutes of not receiving any data. So it's a great indicator if you're actually receiving data or if you actually have a good connection or not. Additionally, we have something called Manage Triggers. This here is a feature that allows you to input all the different variables. If they're less than, greater than, or equal to a specified value as you input here, it'll send you a notification. This is great for if you don't want, for example, your crops or other things to get damaged or potentially killed by the temperature being too low, for example. So say you had some tomatoes outside and you didn't want them to freeze overnight, you could set a trigger that would automatically send you an email if the value gets to a specific point. So that way you could take corrective action. Additionally, with this, one thing that we didn't get to is the additional ability to furthermore this and trigger relays and solenoids and switches and so forth to control the system, or sprinklers or other electrical devices for the field. Another thing here we have is custom tables. This is a really great feature. So you can actually input a date range, start and end, along with all of these things, whatever you'd like, and it'll generate a very nice user-friendly table from the entire date range that you selected. Here as well, you can also export to Excel, and then you can see the data as shown here. From here, you could manipulate it as you wish. If we go back, Another cool feature is this custom charts. So this feature allows you to also pick a date range, select the data you want, generate, and it brings up a graph of the entire data over that date range for the entire day. You can also take that and convert it to a table for the day, and additionally you can also export that to Excel as well. So all in all, this is a gist of the dashboard and how it works. It's a great starting point for the future. Many additions could come out of this and some great things. We believe it's a good start to a great product, and we hope that you think so as well. Just to note on the mobile version and the Android application, pretty much picture that pretty much exactly laid out the same as you see here, just in a more mobile-friendly format for a smartphone. So that's the only difference. Everything else looks the same, and the functionality is exactly the same. So with that, without further ado, I thank you for your time this evening, and thank you for watching.